Going live? Uh-oh. We're live.
We are live. Yeah, so listen, people, I'm mentally preparing myself to get yelled at for like an hour straight. You know, not by Mr. Tones. Mr. Tones and I, we get along swimmingly. That's my buddy there. And Adele's my buddy too. You know, but she yells at me. But she yells at me.
You don't know how to dig.
I do know how to dig, Adele. I do know how to dig. So this is an opportunity. You know, Adele braved the world of technology to be here. How to dig. So this is an opportunity.
I sure did.
Yep. Oh crap! I think somebody's got the stream on, and I just heard my echo. So if you guys don't have it, yep, you'll fix it. No worries. Yeah. So yeah, we got Adele in here. We got Lou in here. Jeff might be joining us. Philip the Knox might be joining us. We got a great bunch of people, you know, that I am very fortunate to dig with, and you know, they're here. Oh, we got the Knox checking in.
Hello,
it's Philip the Knox.
Hello, Phil.
Oh, from the work van.
All right, buddy. We got two people that are mobile and two people that are at home. So welcome to Philip the Knox.
Hello, Phil.
Hey, what's up? Who's that, Lou?
Hey, pal.
Yep.
Hey, how you doing, bud? What's up, Merle?
That's a lot of space you have in there. That's like a room.
My work stuff, my brush. I don't know if you could see all that.
He's in the basement.
So Phil is working tonight, and he said that he had a few minutes at the beginning of the stream. And, you know, if anybody had wanted to ask him questions, as you know, I get a lot of, I've gotten a lot of great information from my friend Phil. And
oh, thank you, bud.
Yeah. No, I said it to you the other day when we were at Prospect. No doubt about it. You made me a better detectorist, and I'm always going to be grateful of that. So, and I wanted to give everybody an opportunity. I see we got 30 in here in the chat right now. Let me start saying hi to people. Otherwise, I'm going to go ADHD. We got quite the cast of characters in here, and I know you're going to have a lot of questions. So we got Mark Thomas in the house. What's up? Plugs for days. Cheryl and Randy, Combs Treasure Extractors, Scott Jarvie, James Jones.
I met some of these guys at the hunt I was just at. Hello, everybody.
Sweet. Yeah, I've been seeing pictures. I wish that I went. I know you told me about it a while ago, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah,
and then, yeah, and then it didn't. I just, yeah, brain.
It's because I didn't like his sauce, and he got all upset.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yep. We got Rob in the audience. Rob has always has the permanent invite to come in, but you know, it's up to him. John, what's up? How are you?
That name, Plugs for Days. That's a cool name.
That is a great name for a channel. John, we're doing well. Team Lynch, what's up, Team Lynch? They were at that dig as well, I believe.
They were. I met both of them.
That is awesome. Silver Wrench, Mark East, UFO Pirate, Joe Strack, 43 we're up to now. Ian Moore, Metal Detecting, Mark East. I think I said UFO Pirate, saying it again just in case. Cody Sanburn, Larry Griffith, Beefy Prepper, the Gold Digger.
Oh,
Dawn, the Metal Detective, Diggin' Turtle, who I believe also was in that. I saw during my premiere before.
He lives right by me.
Cool. All right. Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
Dawn, the Metal Detective, just uploaded her first video. Yay! Everybody, check her out.
We've got a great community here. Welcome.
You can't comment on it yet. So whoever's new to uploading to YouTube, it automatically makes you out to be a kid. You have to go to settings or manage a channel or something like that and put down you're not a kid or something like that. You can't comment right now. So you have to go into manage videos or something like that.
We got Dr. Manuel Ceja here. Jonathan I know told me, or Carlos, or maybe it was Rob told me that you're a retired doctor now, metal detectorist. So thanks for joining us. I met you once up in at Monster. And we got the Drone Bandit. And I just realized something. This is the quietest that I've ever heard Adele.
Yeah, because I'm
you okay,
waiting for
Adele?
Philip to knock. What
You
is he
still-
doing
you
in
okay,
the
Adele?
dark?
I'm in my van. I'm getting ready to go to work. Yeah, there you go.
Are you in a van down by the river?
I don't want to start it up and have my engine on.
Oh, now I can see half his face.
I'm
Now
here.
he's in the dark. Yeah, now he's waving.
Yes. I apologize.
Oh, they're saying, speak up, Adele. I think everybody wants to hear from Adele. I think you got to put the phone a little bit closer to you. So I could hear you
Yeah,
fine.
I'm in my truck. You made me do this. I'm in my truck.
I didn't make
I'm in
you
my
do this. I
pickup.
invited you.
Yeah, you invited me. I didn't know how to do this. I'm not that smart, but I did it.
But you did it. See, I
Yeah,
had
this is
faith
a
in you.
first. Listen, I'm going to write this on my calendar of the first things I ever did in life.
You did it, Adele. Indeed, you did it. So why don't you
I
tell
know.
everybody about that great find that you got today?
Which one? Which one?
Do you hear her? I just threw her a softball. Which one? Well, what?
Oh, the stopper?
Yeah, the stopper.
The girls are all jealous. Look at it. Wait,
What's
let
that
me see if I
thing
can
you
get it.
call the thing that Adele found? That jewel?
That's a stopper.
What was that thing you called it?
It's a perfume
Glutenizer?
stopper. What?
I found the glutenizer.
It's a glutenizer.
Yeah, I know. And you found that stupid elephant leg. Yeah, and I got the romper room mirror. Wait till
It's
you
not
go
the elephant's
to
leg, it's the elephant's foot.
whatever the heck it is.
Big difference.
got
The
the-
elephant's leg is invaluable. The elephant's foot.
Don't worry. I got something for you on the beach. I
What
have.
did you get?
You ever see the show back in the day called Romper Room? I got the mirror.
I grew up on that ish, but I
Well, I can
ADHD'd
see
it out.
you in the mirror now doing the dig now.
You got a mirror?
Yeah, it's called the
Wait,
Romper
hold.
Room mirror.
Wait, you got a mirror to check to see where people are digging at Dead Horse Bay?
That's right. I could see this one and I could see that one. You think I'm kidding?
What is
It's
it, a
better than
drone?
your elephant's foot. I
It's not
found
better
it
than
on
my
the
elephant's
beach.
foot.
It's better than your elephant's foot.
It's not better
the
than the
mirror I found on Detectorist. Don't you tell me my stuff is better than yours.
Nonsense.
Yeah. Don't give me that eyebrow twitch. I seen it. He's doing it again.
I only
You
have
know,
the
you
muscle
really-
in this eyebrow. Wait, no,
I
the
bet
other
you
eyebrow.
do.
This one, it stays down.
It's gonna stay up. You keep doing that, like my mother used to tell me. It'll stay up forever.
I was
Your
pointing
eyes
to
are
the,
gonna stay like that.
and I'll be even more handsome.
Yeah, with that and the haircut, you're really going to be the king of the nincompoops.
His haircut. Come on.
Oh,
He's
snap.
I get him good every time. You don't know.
a summer haircut. You need it, man. When you
Mark East says, "We love Adele." That's pretty unanimous. I get so many comments on actually on Adele, Philip the Knox. Oh, Lou, you got a comment here.
No comment.
He's being quiet. He wants to be safe. He don't want to be like you.
I'm safe.
No, you're not.
I'm totally safe.
Wait till you get on the beach. Wait. I got
Meryl's
plans for
barber.
you.
No, this nature was doing it, so I just sped up the process.
I
Team
can't
Lynch.
with that here.
Well, I still got mine.
Nice. I was curious. I've only seen you with the hat, and I'm like, does he have my problem? Apparently, you don't. So
Oh, not at all.
there you go.
Oh, hey, Meryl, I got an issue.
I can tell you that, Adele.
But no, listen, I've been spraying myself with that thing from Walmart, the spray. Them ticks are eating me alive.
Jesus, lady, be careful.
Yeah, it can't
You
be
gotta
good.
see. No,
You're not supposed to put that on your skin.
I've been spraying myself.
So
Supposedly, I'm not an expert. They say you should spray your clothes like the day before or something like that.
That's what I did. I have another set of clothes in the bathroom. I sprayed them already.
There's actually pants that have that stuff in them. I don't know how good that is for you. If you're
No.
sweating on a hot day, that stuff goes into your pores. I don't know. It's
yes,
like you're avoiding
I'm
one problem and you're creating another one.
right. I'm saying this as a friend, like just in terms of like ticks, Lyme's disease, and also overexposure to chemicals. Like you don't want to be
Yeah.
over.
There's a bunch of different diseases. It's not just the Lyme disease. That's the
No,
Adele,
but
I
let me
want to
tell you,
point
there's a
out before I
lot.
totally go, and ignore it, like miss the chat. Team Lynch Beach Metal Detectorist says my wife was on Romper Room.
Holy smoke!
Wow. Is
See,
it bad
she
that I
knows
never
about the
watched
mailer.
Romper Room?
Well, you're young. You're the youngest of the four of us here right now, I believe. And the Romper Room was even. I was born '78, so that was that was kind of like going out as I was coming up. So, but I do remember Romper Room.
I don't remember Romper Room. I was born in '71, but I believe wasn't there a show Wonderama?
I've heard of it, but that was before my time too.
Yeah, I think that was on like Saturday mornings. I might be wrong as well, but
I was all about Mr. Rogers as a kid.
no,
And Mr.
That
Rogers
Rogers
was
is cool.
later.
transitioned
That was
to
later.
Bob Ross, the painting guy. They kind of had the same calm demeanor. And then I hang out with people like Adele who talks like that.
You're so dumb, I swear.
I gotta say, the first time I met you, Adele, it was very intimidating because I didn't even want to approach it because everything I was doing was wrong.
That's right, because you gotta learn. There's a class on the beach, and you gotta pay attention. If you don't find nothing.
Who's the teacher of the beach, Adele?
I am. Because
Okay,
I
so
tell
this
you
is
where to dig, and you don't listen. And every time I find things, and I keep showing you, where does Merrill go? I turn around, he's right there next to me.
Take care,
give me-
UFO pirate.
Take care, UFO pirate. All right, so this is a golden opportunity. I want to. We got Philip the Knox here. I know that he has a job that he's got to get to. Also, if anybody has a question for Philip the Knox, this is the guy who definitely took me to the next level with my detecting. I'll always be thankful, especially if you're an Equinox person. This is your opportunity right now. Ask away. I will be putting the comments on the screen. If somebody wants to tell Adele that they found something better than she found today, I'll certainly make an exception and put that on too.
Phil wants $5 a question, though. Stipulation.
No, I don't.
I'm only kidding.
Okay, here's one. Digging turtle. 4 kilohertz all day. What do you think, Phil?
It depends on the conditions that you're detecting in. You got to remember when you're in 4 kilohertz, you can't discriminate iron. So every signal is going to sound like, and just in my ears, it's going to sound like a silver coin.
When you're in 4 kilohertz, you're saying?
So 4 kilohertz will punch deeper on the higher conductor targets, but you should cross-reference going to multi to confirm that you have a good target or you could possibly have iron.
Gotcha. So you're saying you're somebody that really, when you have a signal, you're always checking.
Absolutely, because when you can't discriminate iron, it's like when you're in 4 kilohertz. The best example I can use with that is you're permanently using like a pulse induction machine. You don't know what's under the coil. So with the Knox, we're able to cross-reference it by going it back to a multi-frequency to get the frequencies down to see maybe is it discrimination, is it iron. You keep your horseshoe on to hear the iron itself.
Yep.
Does it make sense to you at all?
Yeah, when I first started using that, when I first did it, I was digging everything, and I just kept getting iron nails. I wasn't going back to the multi.
Yeah, because it doesn't discriminate. I mean, 4 kilohertz it's gonna punch deep, but you just want to cross-reference going back to multi.
The questions are coming fast and furious now, and I see them, and I'm going to try to get to all of them. I'm going to work my way down the list.
Go ahead.
Carl Becker has a question. Phil, do you not dig certain signals?
Yeah. You guys have detected with me. You guys know how selective I am. It depends on what kind of park I'm at. For instance, when we detect that Prospect Park, I'm going to be digging midtones. I'm going to be digging, looking for potential for gold coins. Obviously, the Indian head pennies, which on the Knox ring up as 18 through the 20 range. Of course, I'm looking for silver. But let's just say I'm at a current park, for instance, Alley Pond Park. I'm strictly being selective, and I'm looking just for silver coins, Rosie's, Mercs, SLQs, $half silvers. That I will certainly cherry pick. So yeah, I'm very selective when it comes to what area I'm detecting at.
Gotcha. So you infer based on the park that you're at and what you know about the park.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
As you guys know, it's like I tell you, when we do certain parks, I pass up midtones. So it's potentially I can be passing over a gold ring. I don't dig it because I'm selective. If I'm in silver mode, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay, next question comes from Sherlock Tones NYC Metal Detective. Phil, do you notch out?
He's from
Yes.
Staten Island also.
Yes, I do. The same rule applies. It depends on what park I'm in, what area I'm doing. Like for instance, I'll just reference Prospect again. Everything is open. Every signal on the board, I'm gonna go after. Like newer parks or recent parks, I'm notching out 13. I'm notching out 14. I'm notching out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm strictly going for 24 and up. Just looking for silver. I'm silver hunting.
Gotcha. Okay. This one is a statement for Adele, and I'm just going to have to second this. Adele, do you want to read this? I don't know if you could see the screen. I've never tried this on the phone. I could read this for you if you want.
There we go. We got light again.
I thought Phil LeBlanc was Philip de Knox.
Nope. Phil Bonasso.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Phil.
This comment is from Moto. Sorry, Phil.
Sorry, Phil.
Somebody's got me loud.
Somebody's got me loud.
It's probably Adele.
It's probably Adele.
What? What did I do now?
You have the volume all the way up.
You have the volume all the way up.
Oh, okay. I couldn't hear you before.
Oh.
Is it okay now?
I just have to hear myself twice.
Shut off the
Put it
YouTube.
lower?
All the way
Yeah,
down.
All the way down.
All the way down?
Yes.
Is that good?
Apparently there was an echo.
Yep.
But I can't hear you.
Do you have headphones? What were you doing before?
I had it on, then it went low, and I plugged it into my speaker in my truck.
Oh, yeah. Don't plug it into the car. It's going to come through your speaker.
Don't plug it in? Okay, I'll take it out. Hear me now?
Yep. Yep, that's working. Okay.
Now I can hear you.
All right. So this is a comment. It's not really a question, but we're still going to ask if you agree with it. Moto Mining says, I want to tell Adele she's a nincompoop.
I'm a nincompoop. Tell him to come to Dead Horse Bay,
Oh.
make plans with me, and we'll see who's a nincompoop.
You just got the answer, Moto Mining. So
Tell him, I'll show you.
you just got called
Tell
out.
him, I'll show him.
Okay, let's see.
Brooklyn Treasure Hunters here. Who else did I see here? To dive and detect, and whoever else I missed. Hello.
Arthur Glushkin says, I definitely had a memorable moment meeting Adele.
Oh yeah, we went to the Chinese buffet, all you could eat for $15.
How long did you stay?
for about 3 hours.
Right.
I
Oh
could
my
eat.
goodness.
You don't know. I could really eat like a man. Ask Arthur.
I see. Oh, Gary G, thank you so much. Sent a super sticker. Thank you, Gary. Truly appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. Let's see. Here we go. Question for Philip the Knox, who I know is probably going to have to go to work. Does Phil ever hunt parks while in Field 1 or Field 2?
Yes, yes. As a matter of fact, this past weekend, I do it actually quite often. I use Park 1, Field 1, and I even been experimenting with Field 2. And even like when you read up on the Equinox and the tutorial pages and what the detector does, it'll tell you like Park 1 and Field 1 do hit on the high conductors. And in my experience, I believe it's true. Park 2 and Field 2 are on your midtones. It responds better to that, and Park 1 and Field 1, absolutely. I certainly use both for sure, Field 1 and Park 1.
I actually didn't know that. I always assumed that you were always in Park 1.
Don't assume. I'm always testing around.
That's one thing I've taken from you, and probably have to apply better to myself. You just gave me such great formulas that it's the next level. And no, that's
On future
awesome.
too, we gotta go the advanced features that I use, like tone breaks and all the other stuff that I don't think you're using right now as well.
It's just it's that lose my friend and something called tone breaks. I don't know how I feel about that.
It's a well,
It's a joke.
oh, joke. I apologize.
Tone breaks because he's Indiana tone. Dad humor. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No, very good.
I'm just. I'm a little slow. You all. Yeah.
When ideally, when we're hunting parks and stuff like that, I think all of us are really, we're looking for silver coins, and that also plays into an advantage of getting over on the other guy or whatever. It increases your odds. So absolutely, it's what it's there for. You just have to understand how to use it. You really got to do your research of what this machine can do, because just with the basics and changing frequencies, there's so much more. Even with target separation as opposed to depth loss, there's a lot of formulas to figure things out to get something working right that particular day in that particular time and setting. So I'm always tweaking, always tweaking.
Beefy Prepper, the Gold Digger, says, have any of you used your detectors looking for natural gold? I'm going to say I actually have a Fisher detector for that. That might surprise you. I'm going to say yes. Let me get that. You guys mind hosting in the meantime?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm going to get my hidden detector. I'll be back.
As far as looking for natural gold, I have not, but the gold prospecting mode I have actually used it to pull deep silver. Because it is the deepest program that the Knox has, is the gold prospecting mode. But it's the same thing as a reference to with the 4 kilohertz. You got to cross-reference and go back to, say, a multi-park 1 to discriminate what exactly you're getting. Because in prospecting, there's no discrimination. You can have iron, you can have a pull tab, you can have a bottle cap. But what you're doing, well, at least what I do when I use the gold prospecting, is I'm searching for deep targets in the ground, and then I'll cross-reference and inference, go into a multi-frequency, and get a pinpoint on the size of the target of what exactly is on the ground. So as far as natural gold, no, but have I used it? Oh, absolutely. I use it often.
How much more depth do you think you're getting with that the big coil? Do you know if you use a stock coil, how much, like when you get those really deep silver targets?
It gives me about 2 inches more.
2 inches?
Yeah, I think it also gives me like a
Wait 1 second.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm sorry if
Okay,
I'm cutting off anybody's comment or
sounded like
whatever.
it sounded like you were Subway wrapper or something, Subway sandwich.
I love Subway, actually. I got to do the unlock for that. Anytime I get a Subway token,
There you go.
unlock Subway. But we need more food here. Adele is nodding her head like, is he serious? I know. I'm serious. Anywho,
I was just
I see how serious you on those videos and them songs. I see how dead serious you are.
I'm
I was
serious.
just asking Phil about the big coil, and you got cut off after saying 2 inches more.
Yeah, it's an advantage. It gives you I would say about 2 inches more depth. The disadvantage of the double D, it just, I really wish the Knox would come out with a concentric coil. When they were doing when we heard the rumblings about the coil tech and the new coils that they were coming, I was hoping they would do a concentric. Because that just, you're not getting that double wrap with the double D of back and forth and picking up sideways targets to it. I don't know if they can, the way it's configured, if they can actually make a concentric for it. But even with itself, the way this machine is, that would even be more of a game changer than all of us using the double Ds. And at least with the newer ones they slimmed it down. You still get the 14x9, but you're dropping off about 4 inches from the side. So you're not going to double wrap those close targets. I haven't gotten mine yet, unfortunately. It's been on back order for about 2 months. I don't know about you guys.
The Coil Tech one, you mean?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to whenever damn around my house to use it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have not ordered it yet. I'm trying to save a little bit. That's a whole nother long story.
Well, but got scrap a couple of pieces, man.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Really quick, to answer the last question, this is making its debut on Metal Detecting NYC. It's one of my oldest detectors, though. This is made for you to stick to a rock, and you could essentially hear if, there is gold on the inside. You could notch out in the same way, but this is a metal detector. And I go metal detecting up in the Adirondacks. It's more placer gold than rock, source gold. But still, I was able to find a boulder that had a great deal of pyrite in it, and probably tiny trace amounts of gold. So I have videos. You could look back. I have 2 gold mining videos, and I want to do more on this channel. So this is a question, Adele. This one's for you.
Here we go.
Here we go. Will Adele ever show us her coolest finds collection?
Yeah, you must have a room or something, no?
I have 1 trillion things.
1 trillion? That's a big
What's
number,
your
Adele.
address?
Listen, if I ever post one thing every night, I could do it for a few years.
I know. Everybody's dying for your Instagram to, and in fact, let's actually put that in. It's Adele Scavenger Huntress.
We should make an exhibit for Adele, to show off her stuff.
I agree. She needs an art gallery.
A gallery, that's what I meant.
Basically, you know much stuff I got that has names and dates and weird stuff. I'm telling you, really weird.
That's awesome.
Guys, curious, can you all still hear me or no?
Yes.
I hear you.
Okay, because I am actually driving.
Okay. We could read the questions to you. There's still a whole bunch.
Yeah,
and we want to get to it.
Has Phil used the CTX?
Have I used the CTX?
You're about to.
I'm turning 50 in November, and I've hinted it to my wife about a dozen times that I would like it before the summer begins to have my big gift for my 50th birthday. Is it coming? Absolutely yes. Have I used it yet? Unfortunately, no.
Cool. I just got one. I think I told you this. I just got one from Kellyco on Lend. It's not mine, but just used it for the first time today.
How'd you do?
My brain was spinning.
Is it just like the E-Track?
Well,
It's very similar to the E-Track, but it's a little bit different navigation wise.
I'm
It's
really
a little bit different navigation wise, and it threw me off. I couldn't get the mask to alter. I want to have Mike on here in a few, next time that we live stream and like really pick his brain, because I know he's used that. We're talking about Mike from Digging Duo.
Yeah.
And somebody was at that hunt I was at the other day, and they had this coil on it. It was tremendous. It was bigger than the one on the Knox. It was. I couldn't believe how big it was.
Yeah, 17 inches.
What's that?
It's 17-inch coil.
Yeah. That's good for a farm, for sure.
I've ever watched Oak Island. But the Detectorist Gary Drayton, he's got like a 32-inch coil that goes on that machine.
I saw that. That's insane.
Well,
it's like a hula hoop
with one big arm.
Yeah, it's crazy. But imagine like using a 32-inch coil.
You'll have to learn how to swing with both
90s
arms.
gearing.
Well,
yeah.
At that point, you're looking for hordes buried in the.
Yeah, so Merrill, if you ever go platinum as a rapper, you could get a coil on your chain, like in diamonds.
I've seen those actually. They're making jewelry now that look like metal detecting coils. I've been tagged on a few Facebook posts. I'm just the metal detector guy from out of all of my friends, I guess, that don't detect. So anything that they see metal detecting, they tag me on. I've seen those. Got questions. I just wanted to. I don't want to interrupt anybody, but I want to make sure that we acknowledge the questions too. This is from Gary G. So have you guys seen the shaft Derek is going to do a review on from Metal Detecting Channel? Says it's from the UK, looks nice, said it was light. I have not. I owe Derek a phone call. I've spoken to him a bunch of times. Maybe we could have him on here in a few shows from now.
That's a shift for what detector?
He uses the Equinox. So
it's not one of the detected shafts that I have. It's a different one altogether.
Not sure. I believe so. I gotta check in with him. But we can do it. We can do some research on that.
Yeah, because I use the telescopic detected shaft, and it is lighter than the stock coil, the stock shaft that came with it by a couple of ounces.
Phil, this comment is at you. It's it's not a question. It's just an acknowledgement. Did Trout Hunter says, thanks, Phil. We'll be experimenting with field settings moving forwards.
Oh, good. Absolutely. Try it. That's what it's there for. We all got to test and do our own research to see what works best for us.
Yep.
Lynch Detector, Team Lynch, they were out on the beach the other day, and they had this shaft called the Stork shaft. I never seen it. And it goes thick to thin as it goes to the coil. And I asked, what's the purpose for that? And they said in the water, so there's less drag. It's pretty interesting. I don't know if you guys use that yet.
No, I don't use it, but when I used the whites, I had the, I forgot what they were called, but they were clips that attach to the coil that break the water. And actually, I'm not familiar if the Knox has it or not, but it just cuts the resistance of when you go inside the side.
Oh.
Phil's first detector was the White's Beach Hunter. And I think that's how he found me too, because there really weren't too many people that were swinging that detector and making videos on YouTube. But that was my first White's detector, at least. And I remember you telling me stories like you with the sounds from that. You could tell you got a talented set of ears. You could pretty much tell what type of coin it was, and it makes sense. I mean, with the different sizes. Just from the pulse induction.
So the background history, I guess, is what people weren't aware of. Is I was strictly a beach hunter. I've only started doing parks for 2 years ago. I was doing beaches for 8 years, and I had the White's Beach Hunter, like you said. And if people that are you guys that are unfamiliar with it, there's no target ID screen. It's just a red light, a green light, and a yellow light.
Yeah, it's a traffic light detector.
Basically, it is. But these sounds that all the silver always pinged higher than what a quarter did, and what a dime pinged a little did, and all the sounds of that the machine made were different. And that it's just in my theory, of my belief, that's what trained me for the Equinox, where I don't detect at all looking at my target ID screen.
You want to say hi?
It's nice that
Oh,
it's yellow too. You can see the yellow coil in the water.
We got a Danny Deus cameo right here.
Hello.
Hey, Danny.
Yeah, here you can listen in here.
Oh, can't hear me. Danny.
Danny Deus here.
Hello.
There's Danny.
This
Hey,
is
Danny.
this is my friend Adele.
Hello,
You
Adele.
just missed
Hi,
her.
Danny.
Just missed her at Dead Horse Bay. Daniel came once to Dead Horse Bay. With me.
Never came back again.
Never came back again.
You're not missing anything, Danny. The ticks are out.
Yeah, the ticks are out. That's why he
Yeah.
didn't come back. This is my friend Lou, Indiana Tones,
Hello, Lou.
and Phil. My friend Phil is driving right now, so you can't really see him, but he is there.
Oh,
Danny, I apologize. I am the black box.
it's okay.
Yep. So the question, since we got 97 people here, not to put my son on the spot,
No,
what do you think the question is, Daniel?
I don't know.
What question on a metal detecting show would I put you on the spot with?
How many times have I went with you?
Right. Or what's the even better question? When is the
I don't know.
next time?
The next, yeah, you're right.
So you gonna come out?
Maybe. Maybe.
We're gonna work on him. He's got the Barry White voice now, and he's. I think he's ready.
I might work on it to try to.
Danny, if I get my son to do it, because he's not interested as well, maybe you guys can form a kinship and do it together.
There you go.
Get the kids to come.
Yeah, he's got a son your age.
Well, he's a little older. My son's 15.
Little old. Okay. You could think. I know you don't want to commit, so you could think about it, buddy.
All right.
Son would be the same way. He's like, yeah.
It could be that they get into it later.
I hope so. I do. I really hope so.
Yep.
I mean, he's interested in the things I bring home and like the age of stuff, because he also likes the history.
Yeah.
Like it kind of blows my mind of why he doesn't do it, because really like the history of the stuff.
Well, I know when he went last summer, he was very dead set on getting a ring. I think that he probably because of the big deal that I made of it with Taco Bell and stuff like that. And, he was able to get a bunch of coins, and, put a target under the detector and pull it out. He got to that point. But it's just a matter of just the, keeping trying until you get it. Yeah. So, yep.
If I got to say the reason why I gave up, it was probably because I found over 20 bottle caps on one beach. I'm sure you remember.
We here get hundreds of bottle caps on a beach, and that's just a part of detecting.
Oh.
I got to intervene there, and I got to be honest. I
And
then,
well, I certainly get bottle caps.
It's the way you set up the machine. The ones that do fool me is like the new Coronas, and I think it's the
wax
somewhere.
Yeah.
But all the other ones, I can filter them out.
Boy, I'm gonna pull this back because I know we got a ton of questions here.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's fine.
Thanks for the cameo. So proud. So proud. He's camera shy, but he went on camera. That's awesome. All right, so I know Phil's got to go to his job soon, and Adele, she's due to yell. She's due to yell at us.
I can hardly hear you.
Oh. You could try turning the volume.
Nincompoop.
What?
Nincompoop.
How do I make you louder?
Can you turn up the volume on the phone?
What?
Yeah, it doesn't work. It's on loud.
It's on loud.
Do I have to touch the mic on the bottom of the screen?
No, that mutes it.
It was loud, then it goes off. I don't know how to do this. I keep telling you.
Okay. If you have, I know you don't have them here with you now. For next time, if you have a set of headphones, that will help a lot.
Okay. All right. Listen, you know what I'm going to do tomorrow?
What are you going to do tomorrow?
I'm going to take out my Equinox and go to this beach.
What? You going to detect it? I'm going with you,
Your
lady.
eyes popped out. Yeah, I'm going to go to a beach in Far Rockaway, and I'm going to go and use my metal detector.
You go, girl. Hey,
And
what
let's see what I find.
Let's see what you find, Adele. Remember, we were going to do that last summer, and you there was something that happened. I forget what it was. Yeah, but that's awesome.
Well, I'm
Good.
going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to take that Equinox. It's charging up.
Good. Sounds good. All right. A few questions. One's been on the screen forever. How does the Nox do on mineralized ground? Phil, you want to take that one?
Well, we like I
I
believe
can't hear him.
that we do for the most part here is the beach.
Yeah.
You know, because like the parks that we go through, I mean, a little ground balance fine, it knows it out. But as far as like the beach mode, which is
I
really
can't hear him.
the minerals of the salt, it does absolutely fine. The only nuance that I find with it is when you're in the wet and you dig that plug, sometimes you know that the target is there that you immediately found, but you lose it when you're going over it with the coil. But you know it's in there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
It blanks it out, but you know the original target that you heard is in that hole that you just made.
Gotcha.
That is a quirk about it. But as far as like, you know, it hitting the targets and stuff, it punches right through it. It has no problem.
Gotcha.
Water, it hits it in the water fine.
All right, we're going to go speed round with questions because I know there's a whole bunch, and you know we had the Daniel tangent and the I'm a born tangent. First of all, this is questions for Phil. PI or pulse induction or Knox. Phil's thoughts.
Oh God, that's a great question.
Yeah.
And the answer I'm going to give you is, boy, if they can ever make a pulse induction that discriminates the targets, we're in business.
That's the holy grail right there.
Pulse is going to get you deeper, but I'll stick with the Knox.
It's on.
Okay, question. And Adele, I know you can't hear Phil too well. We'll see what we can do to work on that. Pro Metal Detector asks, how do you set up the Knox to avoid bottle caps?
Well, you got it. The update that they did, that I understand it with the F2, is going to discriminate against your bottle caps. There's really no true discrimination unless you get a notch out like 13 and 14, and you could potentially lose gold rings. The real trick of it is you get a target like a 13, 14, which is your bottle cap range, and you take a piece of that scoop out, and you go over that target again at 13, 4, 8, 9. When it starts jumping around, 99.9% of the time, you know you got a bottle cap, and that's how I X them out. I may potentially dig a hole, but when I go over again and I see those things jumping around, I know it's a bottle cap. And I'll do that with you, but then I'll just dig it out to confirm my inference was correct and it's a bottle cap. When we got a good target, for the most part, it's going to stabilize in a range of numbers. It's not going to jump like 9 or 10 shots.
Okay, I want to acknowledge this. You're getting comments. I'm highlighting Carol Alexander's. It says Phil is great. There's a lot of praising comments for you, Phil. So you know what you've taught us is greatly appreciated. But we have Adele here, and Adele looks. She's putting her ear to the camera.
Yeah, because I can't hear you.
Gotcha. Okay, listen, lady. Why don't you do this? Why don't you? I don't want you driving and and listening to the stream. Okay. So what you could do is hit that link again when you get home. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Be safe. Like X out of the stream. Okay. And then when you
Okay.
get home, when you get home, just turn it on again. Hit that
Okay.
same
I'll
link
be
again.
home. I'll be home in a few minutes, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Okay. Sounds good. Good. Be safe.
All right. I'll X out.
Sounds good. Okay. Queen Beep says, thank you all for your expertise. Thank you. And let me take a minute to acknowledge the people who are in the chat. Jedi Jim 3, Carol, Nicholas Shaw, Scott's Hunts, JZone still here. To dive and detect. Numismatic Stacker. Did you go metal detecting today? I sure did. Yes. Every day I have to. It just it helps the universe flow through my brain. Oh, here we go. Phil, this one's for you. This one has your name written all over it. I have my records. I'll say them, but Phil, I think yeah. Deepest silver coin you ever found?
16 inches.
16 inches. Yeah, I would have to say, I mean, I have an Amphibio one, Amphibio video that says 16 inches. I don't know if it was 16. It was deep, but it was, I don't know if I got the 16.
It wasn't like it was, I just want to say, it wasn't like it was crystal clear in my ears where it was like, oh my God. It was an iffy, faint scratch. I was in 4 kilohertz too. And it sounded like it was iron, but it also sounded just like there was something else. It would just give me a faint, like, chirp, like an alarm going off, smoke alarm, and it does that little beep, beep. It wasn't a two-way audio for sure.
Yep.
But I dug it, and sure as hell, it was a 16-inch quarter, an SLQ no less, which I thought it would be something more different than that.
That's crazy. Yes. 16 inches.
And an SLQ no less.
What about you, Lou?
The deepest one I got was with my whites, not my Knox. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't really found. I got up to 8 inches with my 600. I seem to get deeper ones with my whites. Unfortunately, is it a possibility I wasn't going over silver? Yes. Yeah.
I mean, one of the things though, Lou, is like with the stock coil, the 11-inch, it's like I'm pulling them at 11, 10, 11, 9 inches down.
Yeah.
The audio was not clear on it, and one of the best things that I did, because I'm always testing, is I'll bury a coin in the ground to hear what kind of response it's going to give me. So I'll go to my local park, and if I put it 10 inches down, if I'm getting it one way or if it chirps, or even if you're strictly looking at your numbers, you'll see like a silver dime anywhere from like 16 and then hit 38. It's not consistent. But as long as you're getting a two-way audio, and the big tell of when you pinpoint, whenever you pinpoint over iron, the audio in your headset is loud. When you pinpoint and you can like just softly hear it, like it goes, or you hear a low tone on the pinpoint, more times than not, you got a good target. You have a coin.
Mm-hmm.
So pinpointing for sure. And then that's when I'll also cross-reference and go into the gold prospected mode, because that's like just pulse induction. Those frequencies, keep going into the ground, and it'll give me an idea of what kind of a target is in there. There's a lot of different ways I pull the deeper coins for sure, but the best advice that I can give anyone is, you got to test for yourself and listen to the responses that you're hearing, and then you'll hear, you'll familiarize yourself with what that sound is, and then come across it when you detect it, give it a shot and dig it.
One thing that you said to me recently that like really resonated and worked is turning down the iron bias. And of course, it could backfire on you. You will dig more iron, but you'll also get that much deeper.
Yeah,
And if we're
I don't think there's any detector that's perfect on a bent nail. That, you know what I mean?
right,
I believe even Mike and the CTX users experience the same problem as too. I've seen them dig iron up, thinking it's a good target.
I felt using the CTX today, it felt so much like the E-Track. It's got a little bit better separation. Listen, all of the stuff I'm telling you right now, it's unofficial because I haven't used it enough.
Yeah.
But it's got a little bit better separation as I see it today. But
Really?
it felt so much like an E-Track.
Because every CTX user that I've talked to has told me the Knox is
Knox is better with separation. It is.
Even Mike
It is.
said, yeah.
It's next level with separation, and it's almost like silly putty. It's like if you have like 3 targets in there, you could just move it around to silly putty down to each one of those 3 targets. It's crazy.
As
It's really crazy.
I'm looking forward to using it. I totally understand it. It's going to be a big learning curve.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. So the E-Track, what are your thoughts on the E-Track? Not to put you on the spot, and just your honest opinion. I know you. I briefly asked you, and you said I can unofficially tell you. Uh, I know you want to give people accurate advice.
This is like always the area where I don't want people to listen, because I don't have the hours on the E-Track at all. And
Right, but it just educated guess. Neither do I. Like if you compare any detector with the Equinox now, I think that I've shattered the record just by using the Equinox much more. But you still can come up with a partial conclusion. And
well,
it just
to start with, I find the E-Track very uncomfortable to use just because the way it's configured. It's got that S shape to it. And like with the CTX that you just got from Calico, and with the Knox, we got the T grip. And for me, that's utmost importance, is to be comfortable swinging your machine. So just the way that is, I find it just completely uncomfortable. In my opinion, with using it, it doesn't give me the proper swing that I need to have with it. But with that said, as far as depth, and I told you this, I've only maybe got about 40 hours on it, 50 hours tops. Okay. But I have pulled 9-inch silvers with it. I think it's a very good machine. As far as it, to make a comparison to the Knox, for me right now, it's totally unfair, because I understand the Knox up and down, left and right, head to toes, everything it can offer me. The E-Track I don't, but it just, I would say it's a heavy machine for sure. I mean, swinging that for like 4 hours just totally kills my arm. The grip is not good, but it's a solid machine, really. And there's a lot of tweaks, so much more tweaks you can do it with the Knox, and that's the part that's got me interested going forward to the CTX. Is you can really just set up that machine so many different ways and have it do different things. And with the E-Track, I was really just research studying, seeing what other guys did, trying it for myself, and then tweaking things accordingly to see what I would use it and do it and how it gets. But as far as depth wise and stuff, I think it goes just as good as the Knox. I would tip my cap to the Knox because I'm more familiar with it. As far as separation, there's no comparison. The Equinox just blows the E-Track out of the water on separation.
Yep.
And that's key. Even when you're swinging the orange coil that you had on it, and I know I could have put the stock coil on it. I mean, you're going over something and you're past it, and then it's like responding. And like I said, I might not have set it up accordingly. I did do the factory reset, and I did have it back to the way they give it to you from the machine in the stock sentence. And I still thought the separation wasn't that great. I don't know if that helps anybody or, answers anything for them at all, but, that's about as honest as I can be with it. My honest assessment is I need more time with it for sure. To really to really give a concrete answer.
Gotcha.
Did I bore everyone?
No, not at all. I think you got a lot of people that really want to hear what you have to say on that. Mr. Tones, what do you think of this one? The comment that's on the screen. My problem is and I definitely have my answer for this. Sorry if I'm giving you a loaded question that I
Loaded, get it? Ha ha ha.
good one that I intended
Let
to
me
chime
answer
in
that
on.
one.
Go for it.
I did a live stream, British area, but it was also a hunting area. And I must have dug, I don't know, 30 something shells, but one of those same exact targets was a solid gold ring. So, do you want to discriminate that out? Also, in Staten Island, where I live, in these old areas, it's good to. I know you don't like to dig everything. I'm not talking about a park. I'm talking about where you get a signal. King George's, jewelry, things when the soil changes the composition of the metal, even like a zinc for an example, it can ring anywhere from a low tone to a high tone, but those are iffy. But like those old targets, those old coins, they could ring up. I seen reals ring up as a 20. Who would
Yes.
think 20 is a silver coin?
Zinkin. It could be that's the
It could be
generic.
a zinc.
Yep.
Oh, anything, even like some of the dimes I've pulled have been in the 22, 21 range. It depends if it's been circulated. You got to keep in mind, if they had it in their pocket and, it's been in circulation, some of that silver is stripped off of it.
I didn't even think of that. That's true. See?
So, it's like I said, it's, when, for the most part, how we think of like finding silver and stuff. Well, actually, I can use an example just recently that I told Marilyn and Jeff. I couldn't believe I was pulling silver 3 inches out of the ground at a park I've hunted probably about 20 times and went over these areas about 20 times. It just blew my mind because it's just my mindset was such that, it just can't be that shallow. And then I actually brought Jeff the second day. Merrill couldn't come because he was busy with work. But it was the same thing, I pulled more silver coins about 2 inches out of the ground. Blew my mind.
Yeah.
But when they're circulated, for sure, the real that I found, the one real, it came up as a 21. And the field that we weren't getting like a lot of targets and stuff. So, so I dug it and I was just like, I was shocked as hell because, it was the first one I found in the whole 9 yards. But as far as like what the target ID said, for sure it was 21. I found a barber this past weekend and it was 22. The seated near Merrill's, the nice one that you got, the 1841, that was a 23. So, you do got to dig it.
You see the Jason Williams comment?
I can't see any comments, dude. I'm totally in the dark.
This one was for at Mr. Tones. Lou, I think you got Merrill addicted to digging in the woods. Yes.
I tell you what,
definitely.
If there was no ticks, I would be in the woods every day. I mean, there are spots you can't get on Google Earth. Luckily, I'm in a club and I made friends with some old timers and some people that aren't even in the club. And they took me to places I would never in a million years think to go. And all of a sudden, these walls appear, like stone walls, old roads. The things that come out are amazing. But I'm not going back in there until late fall. Unfortunately, It's pretty sad.
Right, detect the woods. I have a habit of getting lost.
That too. That could be a problem.
Oh my God, I had to use a compass for like the first time since Boy Scouts in order to get back to my car. I saw that on Google Maps, it shows you where your car parks. And I saw that it was north of me. So what did I do? I broke out the compass on my phone and I was able to navigate back for the first time since like the 90s from a compass. Mind blowing. Yeah.
So Gary Nell, Ace 400, my friend Steve, Staten Island Steve, his wife passed away. Rest in peace. He has the E-Track. She has the Ace 400, and she would outdig him all the time. She found reals on the beach, not the wet part, the dry part, with the Ace 400. I think it's a solid machine. I mean, it's not the best machine, but it's pretty solid. for a beginning machine.
For
Well, at
me,
least when it came out.
this is my I completely respect everything Mr. Tones has to say, Mr. Phil has to say. For me, maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh on Garrett. I think that Garrett needs to innovate. I think that they
Oh yeah,
really need to
disclaimer:
reboot.
when it first came out, I would say, in comparison to the new ones.
Yep.
I mean, you're still going to find good stuff with it.
They do
Yep.
have high-end
Cheers,
models.
Sean.
Yep. So this was a comment. I'm sorry, I got ADHD'd. And thank you, Diana, for advocating. Hey, don't forget, Carlos Santiago said he wants to get together and meet you guys and learn more from you about detecting. I did one. You see, with me, the most important word, I think the word that makes the world closer and kinder and everything and happier with life, it's the word welcome. And we did a group hunt earlier last year, and it was pretty well attended, and definitely want to do another one at some point. So follow my Facebook group. That's where I usually do announcements for stuff like that. And it's facebook.com/metal detecting NYC. When we do another one of those, it will be posted there. So thank you, Diana and Carlos. I'm glad you advocated there. I just brain went pshung. So I'm going to agree with John JZone on this. Vanquish 540 is the best beginner's metal detector. Oh, by the way, and speaking of new YouTubers, JZone, John, we've been hunting together. He just posted his first video. So everybody check out JZone 55.
I'm hearing a lot of things about that macro detector. Is it just rumors?
They're really like the opposite of Garrett in that they're trying to be the innovators right now, as I see it. They want to blow it out of the water. They want to really establish themselves.
Yep.
And could it be, something that's really good? I think that there's a really good chance of that. Think of what they've done. Think of putting the vibrate onto the simplex. If you're somebody that, maybe you have eye issues, that it makes a more inclusive detector that, anybody can use just by adding that vibrate function. Also, how many of us have to get headlamps? They put a light on the back of their detector. So in terms of innovating, even if it's with simple stuff, they're the company that's really innovating now. To me, it's a one company race. I don't work for anybody, by the way. It just Minelab is just absolutely destroying the competition. In my book, I know that there's people that disagree with me on that one, but man, Equinox, and the proof is in what I use. Okay, like if you see me using another detector,
there's a reason the 800 went up $50.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Yep.
Yep.
Probably because of demand.
Jason Williams want to buy? Oh man, I was hoping I didn't see that. I've known through, we've chatted a few times. Jason bought the Invinio, and that's the one that you could see the graphics of what the target is, and that's maybe a generation away. But that was kind of like it's like the concept car before the car comes out. So I'm sorry that one didn't work out for you, buddy.
What's that green? What's that green Garrett that came out? A lot of people like that one, but they don't make it anymore. It looked like something from the 80s. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I forget the name of it.
It showed like a target. It showed something like that.
I got an idea. I want to see if this is okay with you, Luke, and Phil. Phil's probably got to get to work soon. I know you said your job is going to be starting like pretty soon in that.
Yeah, at it, but I still get a few more moments.
Okay. What I kind of want to do, I was thinking about this. I didn't throw this past you guys, and we could wait till next time. Of course, I'm putting you on the spot by bringing this up on the air. But just in terms of interactions, like we just, I want to learn more. We see comments like that out there. Best way to do it, we could fit up to, I think, 10 people in the chat. So if we, Marty says horse races tonight. I have no clue how to do that. I know that's something that you could do on this platform. But maybe we get some other people in here and we could make it a conversation. I could put the link out there in the chat and we could get up to 10 people in here. Is that cool with you guys?
Yeah, excuse me, I got my mask on. I don't mind.
I'm always cool.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's do that. So I'm going to press share.
Pre-screened before we go on.
You want to what? Oh, pre-screen.
They have to be pre-screened.
Video file. Let's see. Speaking of that, wait, hold on. It says share screen video file. Invite. That's what I have to do. Copy to clipboard. All right.
Look what Harry wrote.
So
that's another good point. I mean, go ahead.
I forget what I was going to say.
If you're plugged into your detector, you're going to find good stuff. You could have the best machine, but look, I get lazy. Sometimes I don't want to fiddle around with the machine. I just want to go out for like 15 minutes on my break and just swing and just dig. But the people that are testing, like Phil does, you're going to definitely be more successful. 100%. Plug in.
Hello, Rob.
Mr.
Hey,
Rob.
guys.
How are you?
I'm great. I've been sitting here listening while I've been editing some videos.
Good.
There's been a lot of good information on detectors tonight.
I saw your video about the when the neighbor got cranky with the two SLQs.
That is blown up, and I don't know if it's because I just put the picture of the police car and put cops came, but
I think that might be it.
It's my,
because a lot of viral people do that.
Well, I mean, we had two of them show up back to back, and they were both super polite, and they both said, "Yep, you guys got every right to be on the curb strip." They never even got out of their car. They didn't even ask for ID. They just said, "Have a good day, guys," and they just took off.
Bear with me. I just got a text. I know I just
that call probably helped them get a break for a half hour.
1 second. Be right back. Lou, you're the host.
Yeah, the female cop was real nice and pretty,
prepared.
and then her partner showed up 3-4 minutes later, and he was super nice, and he actually pulled up and he goes, "Hey, you fellas seen any guys around here metal detecting?" And we just started laughing. So
that happened to us in a park. We were in Brooklyn, and somebody called the cops on us saying we were tearing up the lawn, which we weren't, of course. 2 cops came up to us. We showed them what we were doing. They're like, "Oh, you're doing a great job. These people like to complain. What are you going to do?"
Yeah, all our guys said was, "You guys covering up your holes?" And we said, "Absolutely." He goes, "Okay, see you." And I asked him, being an ex-cop, I said, what did the call come in as? And he flipped up his computer screen. He said it came in as suspicious activity. I said, okie dokie.
I don't think people realize when you call the cops and it's not an emergency, you could potentially cause the cops harm from crashing. You could cause like a confrontation that didn't need to happen. That's just not cool.
Well,
not cool.
Want to welcome John. John is in the house now.
Evening, John.
Can you hear us, John?
Hey, how's everybody?
Hey, Sean, thanks.
Good.
I was just looking for
JZone
a minute ago.
Yep.
I didn't know how to spell it.
Yeah, JZone 55 is his channel.
Okay, I'm heading over there right now. I am there.
Rob's is Flthunder digging with Rob. So if anybody is curious who's in the stream now, this is who's in the stream.
Rob, where did you get that name from? Is because there's a lot of. Did you get that name from? There's a lot of thunderstorms in Florida.
What, Flthunder?
Yes.
To be honest with you, my girlfriend's cat, when she had 2 cats and they were named Lightning and Thunder. So we just
That's cute.
it was the name it was the name of my eBay page. I set up my
Okay.
eBay page as Flthunder, and I thought it would just be easy to move back and forth between the 2 platforms, just keeping the same name.
Okay.
And then I finally added the sub name Digging Florida with Rob. So
Gotcha.
and then everybody goes, well, where does Menardo Rob come from? And that was, I went magnet fishing one day and had an epic fail magnet fishing. And on the way walking back to my car, when I put my hand on my pants pocket, I realized the keys were not in my pocket. You get that immediate, instant feeling that you locked your keys in your car. And I had a hatchback, and I could see the keys in there on the rear hatch, right next to my cell phone. So I had no phone, no keys, no wallet, not a penny on me. And I literally had to start door knocking and asking people to use their phone to call AAA. And then a guy let me use his phone. I called AAA, and they said, we'll have somebody out there in 45 minutes. 3 hours later, nobody showed up. I'm sitting next to my car. So this guy didn't answer his door again. So I had to keep on door knocking to get another guy to let me use his phone. I called AAA back, and they said, well, we sent a guy out there like 2 hours ago. And I said, dude, I'm locked out of my car. I'm sitting right next to my car in 3 hours. Nobody's come. So they had to re-put me on the list. And finally, 2 hours later, the locksmith showed up. I came by here 3 hours ago. You weren't here. And I'm like, really? Where would I be? But anyway, he got me in my car.
You're a patient man. I would have broke my window.
Well, luckily it was a nice, warm, sunny Florida
Absolutely.
day.
That's what I would have
done. I sat there and I told my sister this story, and her Bluetooth, her hands-free, she went to call me the R word, which is politically incorrect. And I said, but it came through her wireless or her Bluetooth phone as a Menard. And I called her back and I said, what the hell is a Menard? And she said, I didn't call you a Menard. I don't know what that is. And she said, this is what I called you. And I said, oh, so we'll use. So now we just basically use Menard or Menardo as an absolute total idiot or just doing something really stupid. That's what we use it as.
That's funny.
All right. So, John, I think that everybody is familiar with. I just started hunting with John. I guess it was like February. Why don't you introduce yourself? And I see a few people in the chat. They were saying I just subbed to you, so you probably have a few more subs. I could personally vouch. Great guy. Let John do the talking. Go right ahead, my friend.
Oh, not really much to say. I was always interested in metal detecting, so I decided July to go out and I bought the Vanquish 540, and I went out with Merle a couple times, and I really enjoyed it. And then one time I met Phil, and Phil said, "You got to get an 800." So there I go. I go out and I spend. And I pick up the 800, and it was awesome. And Phil's been teaching me, and right along with Merle, and I've been doing pretty good. Pulled out some good stuff lately.
Awesome. So we have, I think, 5 more spots here, and maybe we'll be on for another 15 minutes or so. And I will just I just shared the stream in the comments. I'm going to be focusing on questions, and maybe, since we're getting our heads together here, if people have questions, we will try to answer them. And I just saw one. Let me go back. There was one about detectors. Where was that? But if somebody else,
JZone should have numerous more subscribers right now.
Merrill, I have a video I could premiere. What should I do? 10:45.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think we'll be done. Let's aim to wrap this up. Maybe 10:30, and then Indiana Tones premiere. We go to Indiana Tones premiere from here. Absolutely.
10:30.
I think we'll finish this by 10:30. And then we'll.
Okay.
What do you think? It's up to you, Lou. I mean, we could end like 10:29, and then.
All right.
Let's see how the.
It takes 2 minutes to start anyway.
Okay.
Very well.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, so let's do this like a speed round. Scrap iron. What machines do you guys use? Me, I own 16.
I use the 800 and the Vanquish.
I have the 800, and my first machine was a Minelab 705.
Too many to name here. Primarily right now, I've gone to the Equinox. I use the 600.
Merrill, Gary asked if there's any advantage to the 800 over the 600.
You could. I know we got Philip the Knox here, and
I'm still here.
Yep. You want to go for that one, Phil?
Oh, is there any advantages? Absolutely. First, the 800 has the gold prospector mode, which I do use. I don't know how long this guy he's been listening to the whole stream, but I certainly use it for deep silver, and I'll cross-reference to a Park 1 for a multi-frequency. The things that I find different, like with Merrill's 600, as far as like the sensitivity settings that we do when we iron discriminate, we can never seem to like get yours the way I can run mine. And don't get me wrong, both machines run very well, Merrill. I mean, you find amazing stuff with the 600, but the 800, just for the extra bang for the buck, I believe it's well worth it.
I think I have a good analogy for that. So imagine this: you're taking a shower, and your shower has 3 settings. Okay, it's got hot, it's got cold, and it's got medium. You might not be that happy with the shower if you just want to get it a little bit hotter or a little bit colder. Now the Equinox 600 is that. It's a great detector. It's the best one I've ever had, but it's got those 3 different gears that you can use essentially, whereas you have 8 different settings for recovery speed, for iron bias. And if I was to do it over again, I would get the 800. That's the truth. I can't justify yet getting another 800. I just can't. In time, perhaps if I see one at a good price. But yeah, if somebody is in the market, I would definitely go 800.
I waited. All the 800 sold out, so I waited 5 months until 800s finally came back in stock to get my 800.
Carlos Santiago asked, so would you prefer the 800 over the 540 for beach hunting? I would say absolutely. I own the 540 also. It's a freaking fantastic backup detector. It's the Equinox Lite, but I would say
yeah. I would 100% agree with that, especially if you have a really polluted beach with millions of signals. That the Knox is superior.
So is it going to discriminate out well like the Knox does, Merrill?
If you go really slow, but it doesn't have the target separation, that's the thing. Like you have to go super slow with the Vanquish. Good detector, but I'll pay that extra amount of money to get the target separation that the Knox has. Multi-frequency plus target separation, pure magic.
So people in my stream were
But
asking,
you do get the depth on it.
detector.
Yeah, you definitely get the depth on the Vanquish too. And I'm really rethinking even what I'm saying about the best value out there. I've always said is the Simplex, and it's great for $250. That's just absurd. Now I'm starting to calculate in the $450 for the multi. Is that worth more than what the Vanquish brings? I'm sorry, than what the Simplex brings. That's one of the things that I'm trying to figure out right now. And I go back and forth on that, to be honest.
I would say, yeah, you get more. You'll get more rings if it works better in the wet part of the beach. I don't know how the Knox is. I'm not sure how the Simplex is in the wet part of the beach.
Scrap Iron says, do Deus versus 800. I own the Deus and I own the 600. So can't really speak on the 800, although I know what it, what it brings. XP Deus ergonomically speaking, it is vastly superior to any detector on the market. You could just oh man, you could go so fast, you don't even feel it whatsoever. Your arm will get a little bit tired. There's ways around that. I know my buddy Rob Crespo, he uses a bungee cord actually so that he doesn't have to, feel the detector. It's something that he kind of put together himself, and it works really well. But ergonomically speaking, the Deus, there's nothing that compares to the Deus. If they make the Deus successfully in multi-frequency, you got a better detector. I mean, it is multi-frequency. It's just one frequency at a time. And it's just, I think that the Equinox gives you a much greater margin for error. And that's what I appreciate about the Equinox. Their algorithm with marrying all of the different frequencies together successfully and triaging a signal. Oh man, it's a work of art. And it remains to be seen. Like I have another simultaneous multi-frequency detector in the Garrett Apex. Works great on the beach. Once stuff gets cluttered together, it is not the same detector. Different price point too, of course. But I'm waiting to see what the Nocta simultaneous multi-frequency is. Do you guys have a preferred dealer or retailer? I love Calico. I suppose there's a bias in this. They just sent me, it's not mine to keep. They just sent me one to try out the CTX 3030. It's a company I believe in. It's a company that gives you great customer service. I bought from them years before I became an affiliate of them. An affiliate, what that means is I put links of the products that I use in the videos, including this one. And if somebody clicks on that link within 30 days, say that again, Phil?
Yeah, we're going to be here for probably a couple hours. Okay.
Me?
I'll have my.
Oh, he's talking to somebody else. Okay. Yeah, I like Calico. Big fan of Calico. I'm not letting other people talk, am I? Oh, Merrill. Oh, Merrill. It's the teacher in you. You just talk over people. I'm such a jerk. We agree. Thanks, everybody.
I bought several things from Calico.
Yeah. Big fan of them. I just saw a comment. Oh, man, I keep missing the comments. CTX looks heavy. Today, has anybody else in here used the CTX?
No, but it does. To me.
You could get a carbon fiber shaft on it, but supposedly, I didn't do a comparison yet. It's very well balanced. And I went to my secrets out, the spot that we go to on Staten Island, and I saw 3 detectorists in the ocean. They were deep out there. And this guy was in his 80s with the CTX, and he said, "Look, I just put this harness, and it's lighter than the Equinox."
That's what I was going to ask you. They make a harness for that, right?
I think he just made a custom one for himself. And Aqua actually made one with a dog leash. It cost $5. He put the dog leash through the strap and was able to clip it onto the detector. And he's like, "Look, when I dig, I could just drop it and it doesn't fall on the floor."
Crespo uses a bungee cord.
Yeah, can use anything.
Yep.
Moto Mining says, let's get you to 100 likes. You've got 79 right now.
Hello, Willie.
Thank you, everybody. Shalom Klein, thank you so much. Super chat, thank you.
Detection Kirib, hello.
Legend, what's up? Now here's somebody who uses the CTX. My buddy Jose, Detección Caribe. He uses the Equinox and the CTX. I just got the CTX. I used it for the first time today.
Did you?
Yeah, it's.
You like it?
I'm curious with the guy that uses the CTX and the Nox. What does he think depth-wise about each machine?
I could not get that far today. I could not get
Everybody,
that far today.
at least 7 people, including the person I bought the CTX off of. He has the Equinox 800. He just said he didn't have time to, work with all the settings and everything. Some people just want plug and play, There's some people that like to modify a Honda to go 10 seconds on the track, and then there's some people that buy Ferraris.
Well said.
Lou, so there's a lot of fine tuning to get that CTX going.
Yes, and there's actually another channel on Facebook, Detect America. The guy Frank on there. He runs the CTX, and he said he likes to just run it open and hear everything. And he said it's going to find silver no matter what setting. And when I was talking to him at the hunt I was at, no matter what setting, you're gonna hear it. He said, "Don't worry about getting deep silver. Just listen to everything." I was like, "Okay."
All right, Lou. So can you put this video up in the 4 minutes? Do you want to premiere at 10:30 or you want to do
10:45?
You want to do 10:45? Okay, sounds good. So we'll do countdown until then.
Yeah, we got a couple more minutes. I'm going to get started. So if anybody's got questions, I'll certainly take them.
Yep. Anybody gonna? Yeah. Let me practice something. I'm gonna practice shutting up. Okay, because we got guests here, and I just have a natural tendency to do this. So if you guys have questions, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight the comments. But let me. We got Indiana Tones. Yep. Philip the Knox. We got Rob and we have John. So if Rob is Flthunder and John is JZone 55. Go for it.
Merrill, do you see Morgan's comment? Mike Morgan's?
Let me see. Mike
It's
Morgan.
not letting me do it, Merrill. Damn it.
Just ordered his Equinox from Kellyco today.
Excellent. I think you made right choice on detector, right choice on company. I like small companies. All right, shut up, Merrill. We're working on me shutting up.
Crazy about Mercury Diana. Oh, I've never owned an AT Pro, so I don't know how heavy they are, but I know that Simplex is a pretty light machine.
Calico, I found it too heavy. I own an AT Pro also.
I'm reading Gordon's comment.
Let me get to Gordon. Let me see. Yep. Going back to Diana's for a second. That's one thing I will give the AT Pro. I'm kind of annoyed at Garrett in that they really were, if you talk about 10 years ago, leader in the industry and just kind of like sat on that. That's as I see it. But ergonomically speaking, their machines are fantastic. Very light.
Well, even 4 years ago, Merrill, when I started watching YouTube, 95% of the big channels all had the AT Pro. That was the machine all over YouTube.
Yep. Absolutely. I completely second that.
I mean, all five of the Hoover boys had it. Quarter Hoarder had it. Everybody, all the big channels had it.
Yep. Uh-oh, did we lose Tones? I think we lost Mr. Tones.
I think he's getting ready to go do his video.
Yeah, he's getting ready to do his video. So what I'm going to do, I'll put Lou's channel in here. And if there's a comment that you want to shout out, here's one. CTX
Rob
is
and
an
John,
amazing
what about your wheats to silver ratio? Mine seems to be about 9:11 to find a silver. I would say 10 to 20. I mean, that video I had with me and Troy with the cops, that was just, I mean, yeah, Troy got 6 silvers that day, but he also dug 18 Wheaties. So the silver ratio was a little high that day. I probably averaged about one silver to every 20. But I did an old permission yesterday that had been scraped by a construction company, and I got 3 coins, 2 silvers and 1 Wheatie. So you never know.
You guys, you're using Equinox?
Yeah, I have the 800.
And you can't differentiate silver from Wheaties, or is it just that you're just digging the Wheaties?
Oh no, I love digging Wheaties because down here in Florida, you're going to find way more Wheaties than you are silver.
I
Um,
I thought you were saying that you're thinking it's silver and you're coming up with Wheaties.
oh no.
Okay.
I could differentiate the signals. It's just
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
it's just ratio wise. He was asking what the ratio is that you find silvers to Wheaties.
We have a new guest in here. It is to dive and detect. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hello.
What's going on, guys?
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, welcome. Hello.
Just coming.
Actually, this past weekend, I got my first silver. Silver done.
Yeah, that's right. Congratulations, John.
Congratulations.
All right. So to dive and detect, tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I always appreciate your support. I see you in premieres. So thank you.
No, you know what? You're right. You were one of the first channels I started watching when I started getting into metal detecting. And you had some amazing videos out there, you know, great suggestions on what to get. And your VDI videos were perfect. Very informative.
I have OCD. I can't help it.
Yeah, I totally get it. I could see it, but it worked. You know, it was perfect for me because
I'll assume that you swing the Equinox because my older VDI video was the Equinox, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to, when we first started though, I wasn't going to spend that much money getting into it because I wasn't at that point sure if we were going to continue with it. So we started with the Simplex.
Right on.
Smart move. Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to start out, you know, a little later, but we quickly latched on and continued, and we ended up getting 2 Equinoxes.
So when did you guys start detecting?
Officially this year.
Right on.
Unofficially, we started with the Simplex last year on the beach. We toward the end of the summer, we took it out and, you know, kind of fussed around, tried it out, and it worked. It was cool. It was nice. You know, we found some change. That was about it. But
when I started detecting, I know I felt anxiety swinging a detector around others.
100%.
Did you ever feel that?
100%.
Yes.
I would stick myself in the corner of a park, and I would always be like looking around. Part of the getting used to no headphones thing was just that. I wanted to hear, you know, the person coming to yell at me about being on the lawn, and you know, it's okay.
Uncomfortable at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very uncomfortable.
But then it becomes a part of you, and it's just, you know, there's an awesome community, and
there absolutely is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
that's the one thing I found. Everybody's willing to help everybody else in this community.
Absolutely.
111 watching, Moto Mining says.
Oh, wow. Say that again?
111 watching.
Wow, very cool. It's always an honor, you know, when
nice.
People take the time to you know, watch. Yeah, so thank you.
You know, it's funny. I bought my 705 because it was in my budget at $7.99. But if I'd have watched water detecting videos, I'm going to be quite honest with you. If I'd have watched water detecting videos when I first started and seeing how exciting it was to find things in the water, and the AT Pro is waterproof, I may have tried an AT Pro before my 705, which wasn't waterproof. But as soon as I put my coil in the water about a foot deep and found my first nickel underwater in a lake, I said, that's it. My second machine's going to be waterproof. And that's right when Minelab came out with Equinox.
You know what's funny, though? It's a good thing. The AT Pro, if you use it in the salt water, oh, my goodness, that is a hot mess, to say the least. It is not a salt machine. It works great in lake beaches, but salt. And in Florida, those lake beaches have, you know, those cousins of dinosaurs. So,
yes,
yeah,
we have. I tell people, if for any of you people that have never been to Florida, I tell people, did they say, is there a lot of gators in the lakes down here? Here's my phrase: assume every single body of water in the state of Florida has an alligator in it, because it probably does. Period.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So, tell us a little bit about.
Is that including salt
water? Oh, sorry. Say that again.
Brackish water. Yeah, I would say they're even in brackish water too.
Oh wow.
darn
Full
gators.
metal.
How about straight salt water?
Not so much, but we do have the occasional crocodile down here too.
I'd like to ask the audience what they
Okay.
think. What's worse, a tick or an alligator? I'm asking that question with the straight face too. Considering I had a tick on me last week.
Yeah, I don't want to deal
Alligator.
with ticks. That's just
because I mean it's the question. You could see
But
the
an alligator.
alligator.
That's a tough one.
I think the
Yeah.
best question would you prefer being bitten or
Angela,
everybody's
actually
saying
got-
gator barrel, but I'd go with tick.
Angela actually got Lyme disease.
Oh
from a
no.
Mhm.
tick. Yeah, that was a struggle.
Oh, it was terrible.
So it's actually for her. I'm sure it's a tough question.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
would
no.
still say tick though. Alligator will just destroy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I heard Phil chiming in the background. He's saying, "Yeah, would you think about the bite? Would you rather get bit by an alligator or right? Good point.
Right.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
that's fair.
So the underwater detecting. Have you guys done any underwater detecting?
Yes. That was some of our first videos. We went to St. Thomas. That's where we started our channel.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
It was amazing.
Okay.
It was awesome.
If I'm not subscribed to your channel, I'm going right now while this stream is on. I'm going to
Yeah, let me write your
subscribe
channel down too.
to dive and detect.
So we use the
Pulse dive.
pulse dive and we use the dive blue Nemo.
Nemo. Yeah. So we
Uh,
were able to get some deeper water.
Yeah, we got down to about 10 feet.
My club president, who just got certified, he just got a blue Nemo, and we had a lost ring finders call out off a dock. The guy's medical school ring fell off his finger into the sludgy water underneath his boat dock, and Howard used the blue Nemo and knocked a pulse dive, and in about 45 minutes he recovered the guy's ring. So he is sold on that stuff.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. When we were in St. Thomas, I found this huge 18 karat men's gold ring. It was about 8.5 grams.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Nice.
And those pulse dives actually go pretty deep. We were using the 8-inch coils, so we were able to cover a little bit more ground. But they actually, I was surprised. They were going through rocks. They were going through sand. I mean, pretty deep. You were digging for your targets.
He had the 8-inch coil. He loves it. I don't have the 8-inch coil yet. It wasn't in my budget, but I want one.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth it.
So we're about 5 minutes away from Indiana Tone's premiere. I just put a link to his channel. We'll head there in a little bit. Last call, if anybody wants to jump in, say hi, ask questions, go right ahead. I had a water bottle here somewhere. There it is.
What's the most interesting underwater find?
Has anybody used the Equinox submerged in water?
I was in the Gulf for 3 hours yesterday.
With the Equinox,
I have not submerged mine at all. I am just deathly afraid it's just gonna wipe it.
Lou, you sound like my old digging partner Alex. She refuses to put hers in the water, but I was in the Gulf for several hours yesterday. Now I will admit, when I turned it on today, I had no sound, and it took about 3-4 hours for it to dry out today before my sound came back.
My underwater detectors, the White's Beach Hunter, I love that it's the wire connected, because I've tried when you put it under the water and it's Bluetooth, you lose the signal.
Right.
Yes, I saw you commenting about that in that lake video you did, Merrill.
Yeah.
And because as soon as the speaker goes under, you lose your Bluetooth.
Does the speaker?
You got to run wired.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Does the speaker still work if you're underwater?
No.
No, not at all.
It does on the White's Beach Hunter. I mean, I've been like pretty much totally submerged with that.
Oh, yeah,
and
I've been submerged too, and that's not a problem. It's just even like they've had videos with the Equinox, and people run into that problem where it did flood.
Yeah.
So,
I'm on my second control box. One of my first times in the Gulf of Mexico, I was in the water, and then I came out and I was hunting the dry land. And about a half hour on the dry land, my control panel started going crazy, and I had to send it into Minelab up in Pennsylvania. And the guy sent me an email the next day saying, I don't know how, but somehow you got water egress into your battery compartment and fried the batteries. And they immediately sent me a new one. In 8 days, I had a new control pad, and I haven't had a problem with the second one. But it happens. Water gets in the Knox.
Yeah, that's why I'm
No
too afraid to put it in.
What
The headphones themselves aren't waterproof either,
Right.
unless like you update and you
Yeah, somebody was asking here, what headphones would you recommend for the Knox? A lot of their guys that have the Water and Air Club, they use the Grey Ghost waterproof headphones.
Yeah, I have a pair of Grey Ghosts too. Absolutely, yeah.
I think you need a detector that, like you were just saying about the pulse dive detector. That's the one that looks kind of like a spatula, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, there's definitely a place for that in your inventory of detectors, or
it's $160.
Right.
It's unreal, and it's good for what? Isn't it dive and detect 100 feet?
I think it might be more. It goes to pretty good depths. Yeah, it's made for scuba diving, really.
Merrill, there's two great questions here we could answer before we go.
Yeah.
One is, does anyone dug a hole and put the pinpointer in the hole and felt a magnetic field pulling on the pinpointer?
Whoa.
Interesting.
I never have.
No.
Jeez,
Nope.
that's I've never experienced that.
You know, that could be a meteorite.
Yeah, if you found like a meteorite hot rock. And the second question is does the Equinox have a vibrate feature?
Not that I know of.
No, me neither.
The Simplex does. Equinox, not that I know of.
No, there's. I'm pretty positive there's no vibrate feature.
Yeah. The stock Equinox coil is good. Cheryl and Randy, I love the stock Equinox coil. I think it's the perfect size. My 705 had a little 8-inch coil stock, and when I got the Equinox at 11 or 11 and a half, whatever it is, I think it's perfect.
Yeah, no, you get good depth with the stock coil.
Yeah.
I can pull targets 10, 11 inches down.
But Merrill, my two hunting buddies both got the sniper coil, and I tell you, they swear by it, Merrill, just like you do.
Oh, I do. I most definitely do. Ending on this, I know Philip the Knox does not have the sniper coil. I know he could make magic with the big coil. I don't know how he does that. Listen, we're having a great conversation. I know we still have more than 100 people in here. I want to invite everybody over to my buddy Indiana Tone's channel. One of the hardest working people on YouTube in terms of making videos. Great guy. Love hunting with him. We're going to do this again. We're going to open it up again. I want to thank to Dive and Detect, JZone, Flthunder, Philip the Knox. Adele was here before. Lou was here before.
Yeah, hopefully next time I can be in the light.
Yeah, absolutely. Makes you more mysterious, Phil. So
it's like wisdom from beyond coming.
I always
There you go.
get from your videos because people don't think I ever really existed. They're like, "Oh wow, you really are that guy." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the guy."
he really is that guy. So, all right, I just put a link to Lou's channel. His premiere should be coming on. I will be there, and thank you. This was fun. We will do this again. Okay.
Absolutely.
It's the fun channel.
Fun club.
Thank you, everybody. Yep. Rob, nice meeting you.
All right, everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you over at Lou's.
Yeah, we'll see you.
See you there.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.